They trying to get that fight more of a, like, oh, it's gonna be a good fight, but no. Roach is a decent fighter, but Tank on dog him. Tank on dog him.
Didn't look so great. In the rematch, Gervonta can do a lot more better. Roach can't.
Almost ready to make happen, but he has to do his rematch with Lamont and get that W, and then we'll be able to run it back.
Frank Martin is confident that Gervonta Davis will deliver a dominant and violent finish in his rematch against Lamont Roach. Speaking with conviction, Martin predicted an early knockout, stating that this fight won't go the distance. He believes Tank is coming in with a plan to completely overwhelm Roach. According to Martin, Davis isn't just looking to win, aiming to stop Roach in the early round.
You know, they're going to automatically think somebody ducking or somebody running, so that right there nowadays is something that the fans don't take into consideration. They don't give, like, it's just automatically they ducking or something like that.
For sure. In 1 week, Tank versus Roach, how does the fight end? What does Tank do that makes it so successful? You got the experience.
Tank gonna whip him. You know, I feel like Tank gonna dog him. They trying to get that fight more of a, like, oh, it's gonna be a good fight, but no. Roach is a decent fighter, but Tank gonna dog him. Tank gonna dog him.
For sure, I agree, bro.
They wanna make it seem like it's gonna be better, but they know, like, Tank against people know they finna Roach up.
For sure.
Frank Martin has offered an insightful perspective on Gervonta Davis's power, especially after experiencing it firsthand in sparring. According to Martin, Tank's strength isn't always loud or obvious. It's the sneaky punches, the ones that slip under guard or catch opponents mid-motion, that are most effective. Martin emphasized how deceptive Davis's shots can be. What appears light from the outside can carry serious impact. These observations come from direct experience, giving Martin's words added weight as he prepares fans for what Tank might unleash in the rematch.
Really, like, devastating power?
I mean, he got power, you know what I mean? But it's more like he do a great job at landing this big shot, you know? He know how to land that shot, you know, hit guys on the button and just get them up out of there, you know?
Reflecting on their training sessions, Frank Martin admitted that he underestimated Davis at first. He didn't expect the intensity and control Tank would bring to the ring. Martin described the sparring as tough and referring to Davis as a beast for the way he maintained pressure and used time and control the pace. These sessions proved to Martin and anyone watching that Davis brings a special kind of energy when he steps inside the ropes. This acknowledgement from a fellow top-tier boxer highlights just how formidable Davis can be when he's fully dialed in.
It just showed me, like, these guys ain't off the radar, you know, he ain't do nothing to you that, like, you ain't never had happen to you, or, you know, it wasn't nothing like that. I didn't go in there like, oh, this is Gervonta Tank Davis, right. You know? I didn't get in the ring like that. That's what a lot of people do. I got in there like he's just another, you know, sparring partner, and the sparring was solid.
But now, was it here in Vegas?
It was in Vegas.
It was at the Mayweather
It was at Floyd gym.
Give me some perspective on that, because you hear all these stories, like they had the doghouse where these guys are all around the court, they tapping the mat and doing all. What was that like?
It was probably about 40 people in the gym. Floyd was even there. It was live, you know. It was just everybody was loud, you know. It was they weren't hitting the ring or nothing, but everybody was just like stuck kinda, you know, in the sparring. But that's what it was.
What was the best compliment you got maybe after everything was done?
I was a beast. You know, they're like, man, like they was just looking like, man, you're a beast.
Yeah.
Describing their in-ring moments, Frank Martin recalled how Davis wasted no time once the fight began. In Martin's words, Davis entered with urgency, closed the distance, and launched straight into action. The aggressive opening made it difficult for Martin to find rhythm or space. Tank's explosiveness and ability to switch gears caught him off guard. The description paint a picture of a fighter who doesn't hesitate, someone who reads a moment and strikes before the opponent can settle that same. Explosiveness might be fully on display in the rematch against Roach.
Do all this, he get on the rope, like first 30 seconds of the first round, he get in there, he on the ropes, bobbing his head, boom, threw that left at him. Shook the legs. We had a real ref, Floyd there, everybody. Shook the legs. He say I ain't shake the room. I shook the room, right?
Yeah.
Shook the legs. He grabbed me. You know, he ended up holding me. But as soon as I hit him, I'm trying to throw floors. I ain't really got the understanding of certain things. I just heard him. Now, boom. So I'm trying to well off on him. So he grabbed me. Boom. He clinch up, grab. So when he grabbed, the ref push off on me. I get back on him. Boom. Somehow he get me in the headlock. he squeezed down on the headlock. We arguing in between the ref. I'm telling the ref, like, shit, he, got me in the head, like, choking on me. So then he like, shut up, boom. He snuck me through, like the ref, it's the ref, me, him. So he like stole on me in between the ref, like punched me over the ref's shoulder or whatever. So I'm like, all right. So then we get back to sparring, boom.
One of the more controversial stories surrounding Davis involves a moment where Floyd Mayweather allegedly gave inside advice to Frank Martin before their bout, despite the unexpected leak of strategy. Davis still came out on top. The scenario is a testament to his adaptability. Even when an opponent had insights into his preparation, Davis adjusted and found a way to win. It underlines his mental sharpness and instinctive ring eye traits that transcend tactics and speak to raw ring intelligence.
Young fighters, he loves to embrace guys. So what was being around, talking to Floyd? Like, what has Floyd taught you about fighting? And has it made you a better fighter? Because he could tell me all day to do that shit he does. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what does being around a guy like Floyd do for you?
He could tell you, go run at 2 in the morning. Go do it when, cause 9 times out of 10, we know your opponent sleep at that time. So go run at 2 in the morning and go give yourself a mental edge, cause you out there working every night at 2 in the morning running. That's a lot of the times your opponent sleep. It could be little things that'll take you to the next level. That Floyd, a person like Floyd, like if he tell you that, you gonna take a lot of heave to it, and it's gonna give you a different type of motivation when you doing it. He could show you something, and it could be the same thing. You might not be able to do it like him, but just it coming from him, it'll give you like a different type of like feel about yourself.
Hold up, limitless, biggest to me cap pinning it. I thought they hear the.
He the one told Frank that I was running at 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning, Friday. He told Frank that. He was giving Frank tips and stuff like that. But I knew for sure that wasn't going to be enough to beat me. It's cool. It's all right. I don't really think too much of it. He's not going to hurt me. You know what I mean? So it's good to be with him than be cool with him, because he can do some crazy stuff. He'll put you in bad situations.
After the first fight ended with questions, Davis now faces more than just Roach faces the weight of expectation. A rematch is a moment to reset the narrative and reclaim control over how the boxing world sees him. Surprise many fans felt in the first bout was less about the result and more about how evenly matched it seemed for a fighter like Davis, whose reputation is built on dominance. This is the moment to make things clear: A strong performance won't just win the fight, it will restore the image of a fighter who commands respect.
Lamont Roach, he feels that he won. Like, do you think the best thing going forward, they should just run it back, have a rematch?
Oh, yes, most definitely. I think a rematch is definitely called for. And I think probably, the sooner the better. So I would say, hey, let's work on a deal to where we could get in there within the next 4 to 5 months.
Yeah, I agree there.
Pundits have pointed out that Davis wasn't performing at his full potential during the initial match. Several factors from strategy to conditioning appeared off. On the other hand, Roach was praised for delivering the best performance of his career. This dynamic sets the stage for the rematch. While Roach may not have much room left to grow, Davis is believed to have significant areas to sharpen. Consensus is that if Davis brings his best, it will tip the scales heavily in his favor.
Me and Gervonta were scheduled to fight for sure.
How real or what was to it with you and Tank actually being a thing? Was that something that was talked about?
Yeah, no, it was highly talked about and in negotiations and almost ready to make happen, but he has to do his rematch with Lamont and get that W, and then we'll be able to run it back. But me and Gervonta were scheduled to fight.
Jake Paul's confirmation that talks for an exhibition fight with Davis will resume after the Roach rematch adds another layer of motivation. Though the weight difference between them is notable, both camps have expressed interest in making it happen. The bout will be positioned as a spectacle, not a ranking-defining match, and could generate substantial attention for Davis. A clear win over Roach isn't just about reputation. It's a gateway to new opportunities, including crossover events that attract fresh audiences to the sport.
I don't know if Lamont Roach exposed weaknesses of Tank Davis. It very much reminds me of Rolly Romero versus Ryan Garcia. What Roach did, Rolly was doing the same thing. He ended up implementing it better against Ryan Garcia. Tank was having huge issues, and that's the black two sugars. Watch me call that fight. I started laughing. I couldn't believe it because all he was patient with good power. All Roach was patient. He stayed focused. That's why him drinking and partying and shit is messing with me because he beat him here. He stayed so damn focused. And he knew when Tank was going to punch. He knew when not to punch. And when he countered Tank, he rocked Tank. Tank got rocked at least twice that fight.